also think high-value top percentage men actually choose wisely. I have a theory that high-value top percentage men are more likely to be cheated on.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
than the average Joe. Because here's the difference. Somebody, let's take the two reasons. Firstly, they choose badly to begin with. Let's take, I'm not saying you do this, but somebody like you, if you wanted to, there's not a woman that you couldn't DM that wouldn't reply, read it. There's very few women that wouldn't, that would leave you on the scene. So you have the pick of the world. You're not like the average Jimmy in his mum's basement who can only talk to Janet in HR. You can talk to whoever you want. Now, when you can talk to whoever you want, you are going to pick the most out there woman. You're not going to pick Caitlin in Starbucks. You are going to pick bad bitch.
But because of my dating experience, I'm 32 years old now. Yeah. I've made mistakes and I've learned from them.
Maybe.
But I literally now, if I'm looking to date or I'm looking to really settle down, I know exactly the type of girl.
Perhaps, but majority of the time, you are going to find it difficult to be with Kathy from Starbucks when you are used to a girl with 10 million followers.
No, because that comes with so much headache.
But the majority of high-value men are because you can pick who you want. Who's going to go for plain Jane when he can have his dream girl? You can have your dream girl as a high... if you're a top...
Yeah, but I don't think my dream girl is someone... She's not an influencer. She's not...
Perhaps not for you now, but the majority of really successful, good-looking men, they can choose their dream girl head to toe. They're not going to settle for the average discreet woman. They're going to choose their dream girl. That dream girl comes with a different set of problems. She's not just your dream girl. She's everybody's dream girl. And that girl is more likely to know 10 of you. She doesn't know just one high-value man. She knows 10. So what happens is the selection process is damaged. They choose the sexiest girl thinking that because they're so high-value, she's going to be with me, and therefore she's going to be loyal.
Well, a lot of men will do that for status as well because they want to be seen with that top woman.
They want to be seen with that. So these rich men, they'll choose that type of girl and think she's going to submit and be loyal to them, but not knowing that girl, she's got 10 of you in her DMs. And she's got your attention because she's provocative and promiscuous. So those values haven't changed in her just because she's met you. So you're thinking, oh, she's with me, she's going to change. You're not ignoring that she comes with a culture of I use my body to get men to do whatever they want for me. You're not going to be the one and only. So what happens is these rich men, because of their selection process, they're actually more likely to be cheated on, and because they also have this false sense of security. They think, where is she going to find another me? And the reality is your competition is not other men. Your competition is her traumas.
Well, do you know as well, they're probably too busy with their work. They're not properly pleasing the woman.
With really high-value men, they're so naive about women. Because they think, you're not going to get any better than me. But women don't want better. They want what they're used to. So if you meet a woman whose dad was an alcoholic or a dad was abusive or didn't grow up with a father figure, she will have a high-value rich man who treats her really well and cheat with her toxic PT in the back of his Nissan. And you're thinking, but you've got a rich billionaire, but she's like, I want that chaos. So your competition is never other men. Your competition is her values and her culture. And when you pick a woman who is the dream girl, her values and cultures are not monogamous. Unfortunately. So they actually, whereas the average guy who can't choose those women is going to pick an average girl who isn't as swamped with options, he's less likely to be cheated on.
Would you agree that a man who is extremely attractive and a woman who is extremely attractive, when they get together, it's just going to be problems? Because the man might be insecure and jealous, and the woman might be the same.
It can work really well if they have no kind of concerns and they're happy to lock off all alternatives. We always match better with people who are equal to us. Always. Looks-wise, finances, right? Our equal. We always match better, and it's called the matching hypothesis. You actually last longer. The problem is these people tend to have too many alternatives. When problems arise, there's so many alternatives, and it doesn't even have to be other men or other women. It can be like, I'm going to go on holiday with my friends. Whereas when you meet people with very little options, you take the average person, when you go back to Leeds and you see couples that have been together for 20, 30 years since you were in high school and they're still together. But if you look at their options, it's less. They're actually more satisfied. So the less options you have, the more invested and satisfied you are in your relationship. So it's actually, unfortunately, more options doesn't mean more happiness.
Yeah, because I think if you have more options, you have more desire. And if you don't, fulfill those desires, then you're going to be unhappy.
Yeah, and also when you have more options, you have less tolerance. You're thinking, you can't talk to me like that, I've got so many other guys. Or you're thinking, she can't deny me, I've got so many other options. And so it's that you have low tolerance for flawed behavior.